Hello everyone, you're watching a Clutch Class episode. It's been a while since I released one of these, and this one's particularly special because it features my friend Zach, otherwise known as Temperize for some of you who are familiar with him. He is probably the best player that I personally know who is not a pro, although I think he should really consider going pro. You'll see that his playstyle is much more fast-paced and aggressive compared to mine, where I typically try to be a bit more methodical when I can be, so it'll be a really nice contrast to see the types of clutches he's hitting versus the clutches that I'll be showing you from my perspective in this video. The clips that you're going to see from Temperize are from game battles. They're mostly 2v1, but if you played game battles, you know that people play that game, this game that is, like their life depends on it, so do not be fooled by the difficulty. Right away, I want you to notice, this is Temperize you're watching, is how good his reaction time is, as evidenced by that little matrix dodge from the drop shot. And you can see his movement is really fast, which is why I'm going to be slowing some of it down just to kind of talk about what he's doing. And the first thing we're going to slow down is the sniper shot. This was not lucky, this was very intentional. He proactively aimed to where he thought the player's head was going to be as soon as he turned the corner. And for those of you non-believers who think it was a little bit lucky, he's pretty much going to do the same thing with the second guy here. He's just working the sniper, waiting for the guy to move, and sure enough, hits a really quick shot of where his head is going to be. Now, here's another quick movement that I just absolutely love from Temperize. He goes in for the up A and simultaneously pulls back so that he can escape the retro lancer that's being fired at him by the other player. This is a move I don't think I've actually even pulled off, and it kept him alive for this 1v1 situation. Playing a bit of ring around the rosy, and as soon as he got off some solid shots, he pushes in, but not too close because he doesn't want to give this player a one-shot kill opportunity, and just works the guy until he goes into his right hand and picks up a really clean, easy kill. Now, contrast this to my terrible gameplay right here, where I am getting killed and throw a really bad instant grenade, but somehow pick up the kill, and now I'm left with a 4-on-1 situation, and just praying that I can pick up a kill through this window from one of these players, but it's short-lived as I know I'm getting pushed. Now I'm going to get a little bit lucky here. I'm getting gunned by a lot of people, but these players both pull in and it creates a natural choke point for me to take them out, and some creative movement allows me to pick up a third kill. And now this is a much more manageable one-on-one situation, and I'm definitely going to go for this because it's the first round, and you got to do it for the clip, guys. You got to do it for the clip. I'm just thinking how I can approach this situation. When I move out here, I notice that the player is a bit exposed, and I'm just thinking if I can put on some damage to allow for a window of opportunity for pushing. Not able to hit with the pistol, but I do SWAT turn here and hit with the hammer burst, which makes this much more viable for me to push, and I do. The player has a poor reaction, and I pick up the kill for the 5v1 clutch. Back to Temp. This is a 3v1 game battles match. He wins his one-on-one, but myself and our teammate Squintor both die because we're terrible, and Temperize is left to deal with two players by himself. But fear not, he's very good with the sniper, and he takes the high ground. And just pay attention to his shot placement. He's always aiming where the player is going to be. He's like the Wayne Gretzky of Gears, and he's very confident with his shots. So he really makes this clutch look very, very easy, despite this being a game battles match where everybody is literally playing like if they die in the game, they die in real life. And we're going to go back to me again here. I'm in a 3-on-1 situation. When you're in these types of situations and you have an opportunity to force a one-on-one, it's always good to do that. The more time you spend dilly-dallying with one player, the more likely it is that the enemy team is going to gang up on you, which makes it way harder to clutch. So same idea here. I see this player with a sniper. I throw a shot to try to block his escape, and I just push him aggressively to see if I can pick him off. Eventually have to throw in the towel, but it is very annoying to fight a sniper in a clutch situation because if they hit you, you are 4-pointed. Now, this is a bit unlucky for the other team here. I actually teleport, just turn into Goku for a second, and I end up picking off the player, and it leaves me with a one-on-one situation. So thank you, Internet, for crapping out at the best possible time. I'm not going to push this player because he has sniper, so I wait to see if he does anything, and he does opt to run to the bottom. This is the worst decision he could have made. He had a sniper, and he chose to attack me with a shotgun from low ground, so not very smart on his part. This is the next round in the same match, so back-to-back clutch. I pick up an easy kill on an M-bar player with the retro. The damage output is just massive with that gun. Notice that he dropped the M-bar. That's in the back of my head, but right now I have to play my life because I'm under attack by two people. A nice up A on a player who is way too aggressive and got way too close, and then I circle back to pick up the M-bar. I'm being a little bit careful because I know the enemy player has a retro lancer, but he actually backed off. So I pick it up and I see that he is up top, trying to conceal that I have the power weapon by using my pistol so that he might push, but at this point he knows I have it. And I'm going to wait to see what he does. And I don't know what's up with these guys. They're pushing when they shouldn't be, and from the directions they shouldn't be. I land an active M-bar shot, which stuns the player, if you didn't know, if it's active reloaded. And I pick up an easy kill for the back-to-back clutch. Now back to Temperize. Once again, just notice how excellent his aim is, and this is with a bull talk. I also want you to notice that he plays with the gore off, and it's either because he's afraid of the gore, which I think is the more likely option, or that he wants to see how much damage he's putting on players, and when you play with gore off, it's a lot easier to see. I also want you to notice how he angles out his shot to the left here, so when the player pushes, he captures him completely. I'm going to slow it down for you. So that is a really important tactic that you need to learn how to use for players that do want to push you when they have right-hand advantage. And that's exactly what I want you to pick up on this clip from Temperize as well. He turns up and puts on the aggression here to get closer to the player who has an M-bar, and he's ultimately just trying to make the player make a mistake. And I want you to pay attention to, once again, how he swings out a little further than you would think so quickly for when the player pushes his right hand. I'm going to slow that down for you again. And he just completely captures him with his shot. So that's a really excellent shot that you should learn how to use, as it's just one of the best defensive tactics you can use. And because it's my video and I'm just self-obsessed, we're going to finish off the clutch with a clutch from me on security. I push into the security button room at the perfect time when the lasers go up and none of the players are near the switch, and that allows me to have this unique situation where I can slow things down and get a tab on players, despite me saying earlier that you're usually wanting to isolate players, work faster to pick up kills. So now I have this player to my left, and I'm gonna just wait till I see the other player to do anything crazy, and I look to my right and there he is. So I'm just waiting to see what the players do. Thank God for my headset. I hear the player mantle and I get this really cheeky kill with the buzzsaw there, and at this point I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna go for the clutch. Once again, you got to go for the clip, people, and I'll let you see how this plays out. I just want to say with the last 20 seconds I have that if you haven't already, you should really check out Temperize's channel. I'm going to link it in the description. Absolutely incredible player, and he's uploading more now. His gameplay is just insane, and you will not be disappointed. So please take the time to check him out, and I want to thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.